cha-ching, that money machine. I went to the doc, I called that gangrene. He say having money ain't everything it seems.
Team K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What a sign of sky-high perspective. And David Aldridge is...
Kevin, thank you.
He is indeed, D.A. Thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Adams in at the 7. Now here's Williamson. Ingram outside. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Trae Young. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Williamson. Over Collins. And it's Williamson missing. Bledsoe against Bogdanovich.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Collins passes to Capella. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Adams outside. Ingram outside. Clock at 4. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Brandon Ingram, a constant threat on the offensive end. A little bit of work right there in the mid-range.
Young's shot is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Ingram. Back to ball. A floater, and he sinks the layup.
So many young guards come into the league without a floater. After a couple of seasons, you realize how effective it can be. Lonzo showing it there.
It's hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
Adams finds Ingram. Back to Adams. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Good on the shot.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Ingram outside. Back to ball. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
So hard to knock Lonzo Ball off his center of gravity. That time, a good job of keeping his composure around the challenge.
Now, here's Capella. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Adams. And so it's Bledsoe with it. And it up for New Orleans. They trail by 1. And he gets it to go.
Bledsoe, good job cutting away from the ball and through the defense. Keep him in front of you.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line, throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes. foul trouble.
Here's Hernan Gomez, following the score by Lou Williams. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Hart. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
Here's Alexander Walker. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the evening. Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his second basket.
Such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside, it really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
Here's Alexander Walker. Got that one. 1:27 left in the first quarter. It's Williams with the drive. Out to Gallinari. He dishes it to Okongwu. Back to Gallinari. Puts up a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herter's able to get his feet set that time.
He's guarded by Williams. Here's Hayes. Makes it off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Hawks trail. Right side, Williams. Gallinari wide open. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Hurt. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Okongwu. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. And he can't hit the second. And so here's New Orleans. Out to the wing. Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call a shooting foul. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Pelicans have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That one drops one.
This guy's got one of the best pull-up games in the league. And Williams has done that thousands of times. So hard to stop. You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that. As
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
and that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Hart is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. That's the Pelicans 5. Hernan Gomez down low. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. To the paint. Okongwu kicks to Snell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
That's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis, he's got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Ingram against Capella. And that one's good. Ingram.
And it's easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. His size, the long arms, the shooting ability. The D has no clue as to what to do.
Really left alone that time. Snell's got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Pass to Ingram. Rebound Atlanta.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting after rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of the pocket. He said, now my shot is more consistent. We just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working, and hopefully the percentages will keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Josh Hart. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Hawks. Pelicans trail by 7. Pass to Adams. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, when Ingram is this aggressive offensively, the refs notice it too.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Hart.
And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength. It's something he's worked on now for a while.
The BI has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually, that metabolism is going to slow down. And if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that for Brandon Ingram.
The pass to Williamson. The putback controls the rebound, puts it back up and in.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
Kicks it out to Collins. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Collins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
The Hawks leading by 8. And he makes that one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Adams. Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Passes it to Herter. Ingram with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Ingram's running. Ball with the bucket.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu is checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. And it's Reddish in for Trae Young. Here's Hernan Gomez. No good that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Good. Bledsoe's got his second best in the game.
You can see why there's so much talk about Bledsoe being physical on display there.
And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. And what we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Here's Bogdanovich. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Bogdanovich got himself in a great spot, just reading where that Karen was coming off of the rim, and he collected it.
Pass to Bledsoe. 41 seconds left to play in the first half. Unable to get that one. The Hawks leading by 5. Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. Back to Gallinari. The Hawks working the ball around. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Reddish.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
Ingram outside. Lock at 6. Shoots the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Ingram's got 14.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line with it.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points and 2 assists. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Adams finds ball. Over Young. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
Young from outside trains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Ball, the pass to Adams, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's Williamson missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Collins, that's a 2-pointer, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Pelicans trail by 10. Now Ball. He's got 12. Now the pass to Williamson. From 15 feet away, here's Adams, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in the way they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this, you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Collins kicks to Hunter. There's the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Pass to Adams. The dish to ball. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Ball's got 14 points for the game.
Alonzo with a nice shake right there as his handles opened up that dribble.
Williams gets the bucket.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Down low. Here's Williamson, and that one good. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
A little contact from the defense goes a long way for Zion Williamson.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Passes it to Capella. The kick out to Williams from outside the arc. Rebounded by Hart. Pelicans trail by 11. He feeds it to Ball. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. He's got 16.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smashed out physical basketball, guys.
Capella with the bucket.
He's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 16. Here's Williamson. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Williams with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Over to the wing. Collins finds Capella. Over Hayes. Pelicans pull it in. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
What a passer this guy is. I love how fast Ball is at noticing when the defense has just overcommitted.
Williams double team. Dishes to Capella. Here's Hunter. Good on the triple. Hunter's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Hawks.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. And the Pelicans with possession here. 11-point game.
And it's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it. That's the guy they're going to keep going to as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and Capella sends it back. Dishes to Gallinari, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
If you're going to foul Gallo, make sure you really foul Gallo. Big mistake by the defense there.
Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Alexander Walker passes to Adams. Ingram outside. Adams trying to free himself up. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Ingram. Pass to Reddish. There's the triple. But he stays with it. Back to Young. And that one drops for him.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for New Orleans right now, Adams is out there with Hayes. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Ingram. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. Here's Alexander Walker. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 6 assists now in the game. Young passes to Capella. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Sinks the triple. And the Hawks lead by 13.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
A pass to Capella. It's tipped. Pass to Herter for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit lax here, defending the triple.
First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Hayes.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view. But still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Zion Williamson. David, what's the news?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for New Orleans. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, it's certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Bledsoe with in just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Fires the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you gotta chase them away from anywhere near that line.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Williamson is checked in for Ingram. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Hunter's checked in, and there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him. Young in the corner. And there's Hunter on the assist by Young. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Williamson finds Bledsoe, sinks the 3-pointer.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Hawks leading by 15. And Young, here we go. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Capella with the bucket.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Williamson. Collins with some nice D.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And here's Bogdanovich for three. Another three for Atlanta.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And Bledsoe with the stuff.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Adams kicks to Hart. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Williamson. To the middle. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's impressive finish and getting the hoop to go from Lonzo Ball.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. That's good from Ball. 41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Williams kicks to Dunn. To the left wing. Here's Okongwu. Another three for Atlanta.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Here's Johnson. Plays it up and banks it in.
At this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team, thank you, David, great interview once again. And that'll